So we join our own. Can I spin the camera in? Oh yes, okay. So that's okay. So that's one thing I've learned. So I can create something while we're waiting. Hopefully there's I'm just creating something if anybody pops in, because this is my very first time going live on Whatnot. And I'm just sort of practicing really. Well, at least it brings that up, so we'll see what that does. And publish. And hopefully, yes. Okay, so that's that. It says there's 2 people, so hi, whoever's there. Welcome to Susie Antara's Emporium. Antara Emporium. So I've been watching it on Whatnot for a few weeks now. I'm absolutely loving the community, loving the way everybody helps each other out, and I just feel really blessed to have found it. But I just wanted to sort of pop in and just share a little bit about who I am, where I'm from. So I'm Susie. I live in the north of England, and I've been a spiritual mentor, guide, and I don't know what else to call myself. I really don't like labels, but oracle reader for many years now. And I just thought this would be one way for me to share words of wisdom and show you my little emporium. So I'm just going to turn us round. So this is my lovely little emporium where I've got lots of all my little things, you know, my journals, my crystals, and this lovely little deck here is going to be something that I'm going to pop in an auction, because I think it's a fantastic way of creating vision boarding when you're really struggling to create a vision board and you don't know what to do, what images to put on. This little deck of cards can help you with that. I have a guide to tarot little book as well. These lovely little handmade, handcrafted by me hearts will be going in the shop as well. So there's 2. They're all both completely different, as you can see. And I will be creating perhaps a couple more because they are unique to me in that I haven't been able to find many of the frames to work on. But yeah, once they're gone, so to speak. Then I have my lovely little tables. This little deck of cards in here is where I'm going to just, you know, do a random pull and share a little message. So let's give it a go. There we go. So this lovely card is a friend of mine created this deck. It's her own deck. She's called Nikki Kinsella, the Feminine Energy Guide. And her hashtag is P-Glitter, which is incredible. And yeah, connection. And I feel that's what this is all about for me. It's all about connection, connecting with people, bringing in new ideas, new words of wisdom, all sorts. And I am just going to ramble for a bit because be the first time here, and I guess I'm sort of talking to myself really at the moment until somebody pops in, perhaps, because you might be watching on YouTube, you might be watching on Facebook. So if you are, I won't actually be able to see you or see your comments, but thank you for being there. So it's important to feel that energy of making connections with others, because in this world it's just nice to know that there are other people out there that you can connect with. So hopefully this will be something we can do here at Antara's Emporium. And then I'm just going to Another little card. So these little cards are a deck of tarot cards, but they're actually colouring cards. And colouring is something that I love to do. I think colour is very important in our life. This is the view from my window, my lovely garden with the beautiful green trees. So yeah, so colour is very important. This card is the Page of Swords. So spying or deception, reflecting back over your shoulder. Now, the swords for me isn't necessarily about that. Obviously, people's interpretations of the card can be really different. But when I intuitively work with cards, it's more my intuition that comes in than what is actually said on the card itself. And I feel very much that with the Page of Swords, this is very much about our thoughts. It's what we're thinking, it's where we're going with our thoughts. So just be aware where perhaps, because with this stork, he's like stood on one leg, so he's sort of got really good balance, because to be able to stand on one leg, you need that balance. So where are you balanced in your thoughts, or where perhaps you're a little bit imbalanced in your thoughts? Where are you sort of perhaps thinking, I need to go in this direction, but I'm not sure. So there's a little bit of uncertainty around this, and you're just waiting before you put that other foot down and take that step forward. So just tune into those thoughts, reflect on them. I love journaling. Journaling for me is really important. It's a great part of being able to process what you think and feel. And then here is my lovely altar that I've created with my crystal grid. And so this is a little bit about me, really. Sort of gives you an indication of who I am and what I like. And of course, I have a crystal for that. I do indeed. Crystals are something that I love very much. And then let me introduce you to my co-host who will be with me on all of my lives. This is Witchy Crack. And for those of you who know, you know. Hi there, who's coming? Jordan, Charlie, Noah, Ivana. Thank you all so much for joining me. This is my very first show. I've not done, other than being a customer on Whatnot, I've not been a seller. And I know it's not Garfield. Everybody sort of says it looks like Garfield, and I think it probably is a bit of a take on Garfield, but I don't know whether you call it it's like a bit of a trend on Whatnot. There's a lot of sellers who have this cat in the background of their shows. And I saw it on somebody's show the other day, and I was like, oh my God, they're so cute. It's so cute. Whether you call it a he or a she, I don't know. It's such a cute cat. And I mean, I'm more of a dog lover myself. And yeah, so I was like, oh my, I really need to get one. And then you buy them. When you buy it, it's M's Bargains, she's called. And it's called Crack Cat. So then you get to name it yourself, obviously, and you can either go crack something or put the name in front. So this is Witchy Crack, and I'm hoping to create a little witch's hat for her. I was going to call her Maleficent Crack, but that didn't, as much as I love Maleficent as the movie and all of that. I think the name Witchy Crack suits it better. So, oh, Vanna, thank you. Oh, really? Oh, that's such a blessing. I would love that. Yeah. Because I just think, obviously, Witchy Crack does now need the outfits to go with. I mean, she's got a little palm reading lamp look. And she's got her oracle cards and everything. But yeah, I'm just so excited and really, really nervous about doing this. So this is some of what I'm going to be sharing on my shows. So oracle card readings, things for sale, all of that. And I'll just turn this round in a sec so that you can actually see who you're talking to, who you're sharing this show with. Give me 1 second. There we go. Hi. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah. All right. I will do. Thank you so much, Ivana. That's lovely. Oh, really. How do you know? I was just saying as a start, I'm filling up now. I'm getting all emotional. This is me. This is the real me. This is what you get, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But yeah, thank you. That is such a beautiful blessing. Um, but I was saying as I started this show, what a wonderful community Whatnot is. Everybody that I've been on here as a buyer, and I absolutely love it. Just watching the conversations in the comments, people interacting with each other, the love and support that people are given in this community, has just blown me away as a buyer. And I'm sure, Ivana, you will understand this. You listen to your intuition, you listen to your guidance, you listen to what's coming in. And my intuition and guidance was set up being a seller. And I'm like, but what can I sell? I've nothing to sell. I've bought some clothes, I put them on Vinted, but that doesn't feel right for me. I don't feel like I can do that. Um, if I miss saying hello to anybody, please excuse me. I'm new to this. I'm trying to keep up with who's popping in and what's being said. And hi, big man. Thank you for joining. Um, so, yeah, so I'm just finding my way around. But what happened was, I set up a show. I put all my inventory on it. I got it all ready to go for this afternoon. And I was just checking something out because obviously I need to work out the shipping and everything and how that works. And because I don't want to charge for shipping when I'm just doing a card reading. So I was sorting it all through and then I hit the wrong button and I deleted the show. So I've deleted all the inventory that I put on there. The different sort of auctions and buy it nows. And for a brief moment, I was like, oh, I felt absolutely gutted. And I was like, do I genuinely just carry on? Or is this just not meant to be? So I sat with it and I was like, no, this is what you need to do next. Go live, just have a practice, just see who comes in, connect with people, and just play and just see how it turns out. And yeah, it's like, here I am just sharing with you. So I've already done a couple of little card pulls from my little card pull box. And I'm going to pick a deck off my bookshelf here. And then I'm going to choose The Universe Has Your Back. Oh, and I'm also going to choose an Archangel Animal card because that's what I'm being guided to. So, and then we can just see what little message is coming through for today. And Ivana, I practiced being a solitary many years ago when I first started on, I guess, my journey, connecting with my spiritual side, because obviously up until then I literally was the type of person that just lived in the mind body. I had no, other than going for card readings occasionally, I had no sort of understanding, awareness, or anything around this side of life and all the spiritual aspects of my journey. And yeah, but when I did get into it, I did start to practice as a solitary. And then I just moved away from that after about a year or so. I looked into Buddhism and I've just sort of followed different eclectic paths, I guess, over the years. But I do still love, that connection that we can make with Mother Nature, with the earth, with the planet and the universal energies. So I like to think I just incorporate little bits of everything into my journey. But as a green witch, as if I believe I remember correctly, that's all about connecting with nature and using nature in your practices. Plants, lovely. Oh, lovely. Yeah. So I love my plants, just not very good with them. um, and funnily enough, I oh right, okay. Well, I hope not literally. Cleaver water, is that what they call those, sticky, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word, sticky willies. Yeah, perfect. Do you know, I've got some growing in the garden, and I was thinking the other day, oh, I really must give that a go because I've seen a lot of posts about it, but I'm just a bit worried. But one of the things I love to do, and I've got loads of it growing in the garden as well, is ivy. Um, and I when I haven't done it for a while, I must be honest, but I always made my own ivy solution, ivy water to wash my clothes in through the washing machine. And wow, what a difference it makes. I was just, so I need to, moved house now, and I've actually got somewhere that grows ivy in the back garden. So I really need to start doing that again because it's amazing the difference it makes to your clothing. So yeah, so I look forward to getting a DM from you and we start having little conversations. Oh, we'll do. Yeah. Well, it's very easy. It's just you pick as much as you want, soak it in water overnight, and then put it on to simmer, and then leave it to simmer for a few hours, and then just leave it to store overnight again. Strain it all off, leave it to store overnight again. And then I used to usually put about, I guess, half a cupful to a cupful, depending on how much washing I was doing, into the washing machine. And that was it. But yeah, I think it was a YouTube one that I followed. So I'll find it and I'll send it to you by all means. Yeah. Because it's great, isn't it, to learn to love, look out for different ideas and things for each other. So I love that. Um, okay, I'll pick up the message after this show. I don't know how long I'm going to be on for because obviously it's just getting started. But yeah, so let's see. So we've got this lovely inspirational message. Thank you. Well, I guess part of it is I used to do a lot of lives on Facebook. So, and then I stopped doing them for a long while. I really did. And I guess because I've not done them for such a long time, I was a bit like, should I, shouldn't I? And I've actually I don't know if it's worked, but I've actually streamed this to Facebook and YouTube as well. So I've learnt about that bit. And yeah, it's just, I think for me it's more just working out the nuances of the things behind the scenes, like when we starting the auctions off and things like that. And I don't want to just getting the postage right as well, because obviously there's all that to sort as well. But anyways, so this lovely card. Hi Jordan, welcome. This is my first show, brand new show, first time here learning, and just sharing a little bit about myself as we go along. So if you've any questions, please ask. I don't mind. I'll just try and answer as best I can. It can be sort of about who I am, where I come from, or if you've got a specific question around anything that's concerning you, or just want to chat, because I think a lot of what I do as well is just about sharing conversation and talking, because I think sometimes we can get so lost in this media world that we forget to communicate with each other. So this one says, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. And that feels like such a beautiful energy, because I think, as I was just saying, we get so, I think, into our social media platforms. We're just there doing the scroll and all of that, that we forget about things that we can do that can nurture ourselves, that can help us to bring balance into our lives. Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for popping in. Lovely to see you. Oh, thanks, Savannah. Well, yeah. If about a year or so ago, if you'd said that to me, I'd have gone, no, I'm a complete technophobe. But a lot of it, I just teach myself, and I'm finding that I'm getting on reasonably well with most technology now, and I just do things that I love, really. Self-improvement kids. Fortunately, mine are both grown up and have kids of their own now, so I don't have to do any shouting at kids anymore. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, self-improvement is, oh wow, okay, 20, yeah, alrighty. Mine are 35 and 38, I think. I lose track now, and I've got in total 5 grandchildren. The youngest one just arrived a couple of weeks ago. So yeah. Oh, perfect. Well, I'm 60, 65, and an eclectic mix of English. I'm a southerner by default, and I live in the north of England now, having moved here about 30 years ago. So yeah, but I love it. So I live in a place called Hull. So yeah. Yeah, not too far from Scotland, really. Probably about a 6, 7 hour drive, maybe. We're actually going to Scotland of sorts in August. Myself, my partner, and my son, his partner, and my granddaughter. We're all off to the Isle of Mull for a week. So, really looking forward to that. I've spent a lot of my lifetime, childhood, younger years, traveling abroad to different places. Absolutely love it. I love traveling. Um, but I've been abroad so much, and I just think there's so much in the UK that I've not been to, not seen, and it's time to start doing that. So I'm working on manifesting a camper van. So, because my partner and I sail, so we've got a boat on the lakes. But yeah, I just said if we've got a camper van, we can chuck the dogs in it. We can just drive off somewhere for a long weekend and just go see places that we've not ever seen. So we come back to, oh, really? Oh, wow. I love dolphins and whales. Well, I love all of them. I love all creatures. I had the pleasure of swimming with dolphins in the wild many years ago. In my 40s, I learned to scuba dive and went to the Red Sea, and we did a 10-day liveaboard holiday where we sailed around and went diving in different parts of it, and it was fantastic. But yeah, there was one place that we stopped, and this pod of dolphins just came round the boat, and we got in and had a swim. I mean, they swam off, and we weren't allowed to go after them because they were actually protected in the area that we were in. But just for those few moments, just seeing them next to you under the water was just amazing. It was really magical. I loved it. And just seeing them in their natural environment as well, of course, makes it even more special. But I think my absolute favourite part was we were diving this coral reef, and obviously all the fish, there's just loads of fish around. But this huge, great big turtle came and swam alongside us. And it was just amazing. Yeah, I just loved it. I really did. So, okay. Right, so that one's just jumped out. So from the animal deck, we have got kangaroo. Be a force for good. And this comes in with a lot of archangels that I've not, well, I've heard of one of them, but there's Archangel Rockwiel, Gersisa, and Sandalphon. So I'm going to have to go and have a look at those, because I do love the archangels. And as part of what I'm going to be popping up on my show as well with, I for many years, well, while I was at school, I was told I'd never make an artist. I wanted to do art for my A levels, and I was told never make an artist, don't bother even trying. So I never did. And for a lot of years, I just believed I could not draw. I couldn't. I couldn't paint. I couldn't draw. I couldn't do anything. And then when I started on my spiritual journey, I started going to retreats and meditation groups, things like that, to the point that I then started to draw angels. And let me just show you. So Witchy Cat was sat in front of one of them. So I'll just bring Witchy Cat in. Oh, it's so cute and cuddly as well. And every witch should have a cat, shouldn't they? Really? Even though I've got dogs. And it's not a black cat, but does it matter? Although, oh, one sec. Yeah. He is colour coordinated with one of my fur babies. Yes, and you'd like Witchy Cat, wouldn't you? This is Bert. This is my Chihuahua, and he's a year old, aren't you, darling? Yeah, yeah. And his sister is a Frenchie, and she's downstairs, and she is 10 this year. So yeah, so I went from being told never be an artist, never paint, to creating my own angels in their different formats. So this lovely angel came through as the angel of higher self. So these are just a couple I'm going to share with you. And this one came through as the angel of listening. And let me see. Let me just find this one. This one came through as the angel of healing. So my drawings, my artwork came through in a lot of different styles and different ways. Yeah, I am going to pop them on. I spent hours photographing, putting everything into the show, ready for selling and auctions and all of that. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then because by accident I deleted the show that I'd set ready, all my inventories just disappeared. It's all gone. So I've got to redo it all. Hence why I've popped on this random live just to introduce myself, just to share a bit about me. And hopefully, you know, a few people will come in and start following and all of that. But yeah, those artworks will be in the shop. But let me know which one it was you liked, Ivana. And I think let's do an exchange. You know, you very kindly offered to do the wand for whatever you feel is right for Witchy Cat, and we'll do an energy exchange, and I'll send you one of the pictures. How's that? That sounds like, yeah. Well, the listening one, okay. This one. So this one was drawn in 2013, and this was well, they've all been created. I'm just trying to. These are prints of the originals. Obviously, I will keep the originals because they're all in my sketchbooks. But what I also did with these was I had them created into a deck of cards as well, which I will autograph it for you, Ivana. Absolutely. Let's discuss that in the DM and we'll sort it out. But thank you so much. Yeah, it's just, oh my God, I'm so I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. And we'll put it in the next show. But yeah, so I went from being told never be an artist to creating all of these angel pictures. I actually did some commissioned artwork as well, and I've got one commissioned art piece two in Canada, one in France, and one in Australia. Exactly. Yeah. Never hold yourself back. And I think this is the reason this card came out as a reminder. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Because one of the things that I learned to do about myself eventually was love myself more. You know, I think we all do it. We all get to a point where we forget, we lose ourselves in life, not always necessarily for the wrong reasons, or for me there is no wrong and right, it's all energy. We just make different choices and go down different paths. But I think sometimes when we do that, we get lost in that middle of who am I. I'm mother, grandmother, auntie, sister, cousin, niece, work colleague, friend. You know, we wear so many different, masks is perhaps not the right word either, but we have to carry so many different ways of being so many different things for so many different people that I feel we get lost in that vortex of everything else and everybody else pulling on us. Sorry, I just want to cuddle Witchy Cat. Witchy Crack. Witchy Crack Cat. Yeah, Disguises, yeah. And I always said, like for me, I was discussing this with somebody at work many years ago, and I said, I feel like I'm a chameleon, in that I can adapt to the situations that I'm in. So I worked for 40 years in healthcare. I was a nurse in the operating theatres, and then I retrained and became an ODP. So I had a dual qualification within that area. And I did that work for 40 odd years, sometimes in the health service, sometimes in the private sector, sometimes as an agency worker. And because of that, I had to become very adaptable. I had to be able to walk into a department completely brand new, not knowing anybody, and start work with the skill set that I already had and held on to. And I think that makes us a bit of a chameleon in that we're able to adapt and create perhaps not necessarily who we're not, but we're able to just be that person who we are meant to be in that moment. So for those few hours, I was Sue, the theatre nurse. Then I'd come home and I'd be Sue, the mother, and all of that. So yeah. So I think in that, yeah, see, temps it. Right, okay. And that does, as a temp, you have to be able to, with your skill set, just step into a whole team of people, don't you? Yeah. And get to know very quickly the place, the people, and adapt and be able to fit in. And I feel I was very blessed. I never went and worked in any department where I felt I didn't fit in. I always seemed to get on really well with everybody that I was working with. Um, talk to them all. Yeah, I probably can nowadays, but having said that, oh my goodness, people who knew me at school and in my teens and early 20s would have gone, no, that is not Susie. She is the wallflower. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like you do learn to fit in and you do create that sort of, I get, persona that so that you are adaptable and fitting in. But what sort of I feel being drawn to saying is within that we often get caught up in that that vortex of everything, of being those different personas for different people, that we forget about who we are as ourselves. And of course, we have those uh, attachments that have been given to us, like my art teacher. Um, Telling me I'd never make an artist. And then when I came into this space and started to learn to love myself, love who I was, do what I was doing, what I loved for me, I realigned with that path. And it just took me down the art path, and I'm reconnecting with it again. I'm starting to do. I'm just starting to feel the draw to repaint again. Right. So I'm planning for my show to be on Saturday morning. Um, I have got my granddaughter to look after on Saturday, so I'm hoping that I can get a show in Saturday morning before she comes along, and then I'm. She's 5. Actually, yeah, she might enjoy that, being a part of it. We could see. And yes, she could help. Yeah, that's very true. I'll have to ask her mum and dad's permission though, whether or not they'd like her to be live on something. I know, but she's my granddaughter, so I think I'd have to ask their permission first. But we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, so I'm aiming for it to be on Saturday morning, and now I've got over the hiccup of this, and I just need to get everything back on the in the shop, and then work out that if I do repeat shows, whether it just all automatically transfers over. So just as a practice run, I've set up this one, so I'm just going to do this uh, and just see what postage it shows, if any. So that was just for a single pull Oracle card with so it shows, because I don't see the postage, you see. So there must be a way of, because they tell you there's a way that you can offer um, free postage, um, but I don't know how it does that. This product cannot be edited. Um, and it's not giving me that option there either. Custom. No, that's making a custom profile. Hmm. See, this is the thing that I wanted because I know I didn't message them and ask, and they said that you can only create free postage. Um, you can only create free postage during a live show, but I don't know where that option is. I'm going to have to speak to them, I think, again just before, because I don't want to do things like card readings that I'm going to do online or send as a message, and then people get charged postage for it when I'm not actually physically posting it out. I will do, thank you. So have you got your own show as well, Ivana? Do you do? Ah, okay. So you just like me started off as a buyer. Um, oh, perfect. Right. Well, I will certainly get onto. I'll do that today. I'll get onto customer service and see. Oh, wow. Okay. Punk clothes for bands, stagewear. Amazing. Oh my God, that's incredible. So do you have a website or anything? So yeah, so we had our lovely little kangaroo, didn't we? Oh, mostly for, oh, that's nice as well. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes it's the best way to do it, isn't it? I think. Be a force for good. That's what we are. A force for good. Yeah. Love it. And I like to think that that's part of what I'm it is being a force for good, just shining that little bit of light out there. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Love it. Yes. Sparkly lacy leather fishnets. Oh my God. Amazing. I had my friend's mother, she was into steampunk, and she was just incredible at the creation she made. Her grandson got my friend's son got into it as well, and she made him the most incredible top hat, with the big glasses and all the steampunk stuff. And yeah, but her outfits were just phenomenal. And she'd make everything from like a goddess outfit to goodness knows what. But yeah, it was fabulous to see. Ah, nice. Well, we'll have to see if we can get you some requests. Right, I think I'm going to pop off now. Thank you so much for being here with me, Ivana, keeping me company. And yeah, I will catch up with you in the DMs and we'll sort something out. And yeah, I will let you know when the show's up and running. But as I say, I'm aiming for Saturday morning. Oh, it's been wonderful. And thank you. I feel so very blessed to have met you. I just knew, that little intuitive nudge kept saying to me, go live, go live, go live. And now I know why, because we were meant to connect. And that was one of the first cards that I pulled out for this was the connection card. Yeah, they certainly do. Thank you so much, Ivana. Lovely to meet you. Thank you to everybody else who popped in and popped out again. It was great just to see that people are finding the show as well. And I am actually feeling really good and excited now about getting this up and going. So take care. Mwah. Lots of love. And I'll catch you all very soon. I'll speak to you soon, Ivana. Thank you. Bye. Now I've got to work out how to stop the show. That's the next bit. Oh, there it is. Alrighty. Bye, everybody. Let's do that.